hit reverse and put the whip in the drive. Lot of shit been on my mind, I'm about to take a long ride. Smoking my lungs.
Hey yo, what's going down? I'm OD and this is Slump Sessions, the show that is the culture. We got James Houston in the building.
Hey.
What's going down?
Man, shoot, man. Chilling, man. What's good with you, man? Appreciate you having me, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming out.
Already.
We talked, I think we talked, was it last weekend?
Yeah. Over the Scotty Raps, the bar for bar.
Yeah, the bar for bar. I told you we had to come get you in.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Fish Scale 84. Right here. Fish Scale 84 and Reneka App Builders. Head over to RenekaAppBuilders.com. Step your app game up. Head over to FishScale84.com. Cop you some clothes. James Houston. Slump Sessions. Finally got you in.
Yup. I had to do it, man. You already know.
I had to get you here because your name is everywhere right now. Your name has been buzzing this last year.
Yeah.
It has, really.
Yeah.
Whether it was on Instagram or Facebook, I've seen your name around.
Yeah.
So I kind of started out with, like, who is James Houston?
Man, James Houston, man, just the artist, man, from the underground that finally broke through. You know what I'm saying? I made a couple songs, and you know they caught some wind or some ears, and shit, the love, man. You know, it's crazy when you ain't doing nothing, then all of a sudden you put that one song that changes everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I tell everybody. All it takes is just one song. Like, you never know who is gonna make it, and you don't know what song it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because you never know what the response is gonna be like whenever it's actually put out. So, what part of Houston are you from?
I'm from the Southwest.
Southwest,
right there on the tracks by Mo City, man, off of Fondren. Yeah.
How was that growing up over there on that side?
Man, you know, Southwest, man, you know, multicultural. You know what I'm saying? Like, group of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's that end over there. There's everybody over there. You know what I'm saying? I started over there in the hood, though, Westbury. And that's where I grew up at, in the neighborhood, you know, coming from my grandma's, riding over there to my cousins and stuff. So right over there, Farm Meadow, Westbury, those are the hoods.
For the people who don't know, how did you get your name of actually it being James Houston?
Well, James Houston, man, came from, you know, my grandma, you know, my actual grandfather, he ended up leaving her. And when he left, you know, he left her the house and with my mom and my uncle and my aunts. And you know, he just disappeared and started a new life.
Damn.
And she ended up getting married to a guy named George Ross Houston. And, you know, that was before I was born. So her last name was Houston. So when I was born, you know, he never had no children. So he always told me, man, that, like, I raised you like my son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I've always treated you like one. And he raised me all the way till he died. You know what I'm saying? And I always told him I'm gonna take on that last name. You know, like, I never really even thought to use James Houston. You know, really, it was a friend of mine who was just like, I was going by Lil J and all these other names. You know what I'm saying? Never fucking thought James Houston. Then my partner one day, man, he's just like, dude, why don't you just say James Houston? I mean, you born on 713, and I never even thought of that. Like, it was crazy. I was young as fuck when he did it. I was like, hold on, wait a second.
So your birthday is July 13th?
Yeah.
Okay. July
13th.
That's random as fuck. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's why, like, when that happened, that's when I was like, okay, yeah. And that's when I was like, well, I'm James Houston. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for that just being a name that you took on, that's a really good rap name.
Yeah, I know. You know, I never even thought of that either, man. I swear, like, you know, my grandma got it tatted on me and everything, man. And, like, yeah, man, he was like my father, man. He taught me everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. And he treated me like a son. So, you know, that was my way of, like, carrying on the name.
Well, I mean, that's good that you're able to bring something so personal into your music, and, you know, and something that's just your name, that's what people know you by.
Yeah, definitely.
When did you actually start rapping and making music?
I always made music, man. When I was a kid, my mom always had me around, like, you know, man, my mom was a Rolling Stone. She was always dating the the band guys, the drummer, the singer, the guitarist, you know. So I was always around instruments and everything. And at a young age, she would have me get up there. And there's pictures out there, man. It's just going to surface eventually of me with a cowboy hat and like a guitar. And I'm singing at Fort Bend County fairs and shit. Yeah, it's out there.
So you don't even have these pictures?
No, I don't even have them, man. But I remember going to this bar one time when I was a kid, and they had like a couple pictures of me there. And I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? These ever get out, man, I'm going to get beat up. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody find those pictures, send them to me.
Oh, hell no, man.
Yeah, somebody out there, find these pictures and send them to me.
They're there, yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, like man, country. Because, you know, my grandma and grandpa, they were hard on country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was on rock. And, like, you know, she, all right, you know, ever seen that movie Urban Cowboy?
Yeah.
All right, you know, in there's a bar called Gillies. My mom dated the son of that guy.
That's here. That's based like that bar is here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it burned down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like she dated the son of Gilly, Keith Gilly Jr. And like, you know, I was with him and he was the one that really got me onto the stages. So from a young age, I was always on the stage. And from there, man, yeah, I remember I stopped for a while, man, because I had a guitar and my cousins, they broke it. You know, so I stopped playing for a long time. You know, if you don't do it, you lose it. So it ain't there no more, but I was getting good at it. But then I started rapping, you know, because my cousins, you know, they're all like, oh, you're just singing, you know, but they was into rap.
So it started out with you actually doing like country music and stuff.
Country music and like karaoke stuff, like rock songs, singing them.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that you started out doing country.
Yeah, country and just karaoke shit, man,
Yeah.
just in general, man, because, you know, they would go over there, man, to be doing old school rock songs, and I'm a kid getting up there. I'm talking about like 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? Up there just singing these rock songs and singing these country songs and shit. And then, like, man, I started rapping. I remember my first real rap was Wanna Be a Baller. Wanna Be a Baller beat. That was the one that, like, when I really, really rapped, and I remember everyone was like, that was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, cool, all right, bet. You know, and I started just freestyling from there.
Why that beat? Was it, you know, at the time that I was really popular, or?
It was popular. You know what I'm saying? My partner, he had got the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like he had that beat and he had an Ice Cube beat. And he would always play them. You know what I'm saying? And because they were the ones freestyling, my cousins. You know what I'm saying? DJ Thomas and Eric. They were always just sitting there and they was freestyling. Then I started freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Because it took me a little while to get onto that, you know, coming from that to that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what year it was like that you actually started doing it, or?
Like really took it serious?
Yeah.
Man, when I really started taking it serious, it was probably when I was like, I mean, I always took the writing serious, but as far as like becoming like super serious with it, man, I'd have to say I was like 20.
Okay.
20, because that was when I like started getting into like recording myself. No more just sitting around and just freestyling with my people. You know what I'm saying? And like another one of my mom's boyfriends, you know what I'm saying? He was a musician and he gave me a computer and he showed me how to record myself. And it was before Pro Tools. I remember that shit. I think it was called Power Tracks.
Power Tracks.
Power Tracks. Shit was fucking old. It was like if you set an EQ and you go to the next effect, there ain't no going back. You know what I'm saying? That's the effect. You fucking gotta.
You gotta stick with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's how I learned. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, man. And that's really, man, where I started getting into the engineering and production. But I started like getting out there and selling my CDs. You know what I'm saying? I would go buy like a 100-pack spindle, be like $10.
Yeah.
Then go get some sleeves, write my name and number. And I go out there and ask for just like $3. You ain't got 3, 2, 1. And if I feel like you're going to listen to it, I'm going to give it to you. And then people would be like, man, why do you give it to me, man? If, you know, why would you even ask for $1? I was like, that $1 would just go back. All I needed was like $25 to buy 100.
And you just put it back into buying another
That's it.
pack.
So my goal was just to sell 25.
Yeah.
But I'd always sell more. You know what I'm saying? So I was doubling my profit. It was really, man, just to get it in their hands. I just wanted people to listen.
What is that like, you know, the grind of actually going hand to hand selling CDs compared to what it is now, you know, where you can just put everything onto Apple Music or Spotify or...
I mean, it means a lot, man. It's a big difference because, you know, that's really like face-to-face engagement with your audience. You know what I'm saying? And nothing beats that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, and also too, you got to think back then, man, like, you know, you drop an album, you sell 1 million, you know, them things going like back then, they're like $15, $20 a pop. So, you know, getting the money now, man. You know, we buy an album for like fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? People don't even buy the album. You'll just buy the one single.
You'll buy that single. I was talking to somebody about that the other day, where nowadays you don't have to buy the full album to hear the song that you want to hear. You can just go and fucking get that one song, and you won't hear nothing else from the other artist.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, that's a weird thing.
Like I go and I listen to albums, man. Like I listen to that Kodak. You know, unless, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff that come out new, man, I listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like what it say. It's like you used to have to buy the album. Back when, like, albums used to come out, man, me and my partners, like the Eminem album came out. I remember when that one came out, the Marshall Mathers 2, man, we all just sat there in the garage and we bought the CD and everybody showed up, we listened to it. You know what I'm saying? That stuff don't happen no more.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's long and gone.
Yeah, I think that's a very weird thing to, you don't have to you could just listen to that one song and somebody's like, oh, did you hear this track? No, I didn't get the whole album. Yeah. I just got that one. Yeah. And I think it hinders it a little bit of being able to go in depth with the artist. You know, you don't know what else they got. Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. I was talking with somebody the other day about it. Yeah. But what steps did you actually take to become, you know, an artist and taking it seriously, going from freestyling and writing to actually, you know, recording and putting your music out there?
You know, man, it really all started, man, like when it crossed over, man. Because I be asking myself that all the time. When was it, man, that one thing that really just like
you know, what was it that drove you like, man, fuck, I'm going to do it?
Man, like, I don't know, man. Like, to me, man, I'm just never satisfied. And I feel like, man, like I always do music and I just like, man, I need to get out there and push this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to push it. And to me, it's always getting on the next level. And, you know, and it's true what they say, man, that this music's all about relationships. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, how a lot of people come in the game, I think the way that I came in the game was a little bit different, you know, because I stayed in the background for a while, you know what I'm saying? And my relationships are strong, you know what I'm saying? Like, before I even just came out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was already around in the background of everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I already knew people that knew people, man, and bam, and they know me. So when it came time for me to start releasing my stuff, man, you know, they really embraced it, you know what I'm saying? As far as radio stations and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And I just gotta drive, man. I just keep pushing, man, because to me, I'm not satisfied. You know, like we did Skyline, you know what I'm saying? We got this project coming up next, man, but I really want to take it over the top for this next thing. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking to some people, man, and we just trying to see if we can expand it. For real.
When we'll get into it. Whenever you're actually growing up and stuff, what were you actually like listening to other than like Houston stuff? You know, you're freestyling, but what were you listening to?
Man, like, honestly, I stayed listening to the alternative. You know what I'm saying? Like the alternative, man, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, and stuff like that. You know, that's really what I was like on, like, younger, because that's my getaway. Yeah. Like, even to this day, man, like, people hop in my ride, man, and I be jamming like alternative rock and stuff like that, Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, they're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you don't listen to rap. I'm like, I listen to rap, but you know, when you do rap so much, you know, you got to get away from that. Open your mind up.
It helps, like, the creativity. You know, a lot of people say that, you know, they rap so much, they listen to rap all day. Whenever they're by themselves, they got to listen to something a little bit different. You know, get you in a different mindset.
Straight up. I
feel that. So, you know, what does Houston mean to you? You know, growing up here, you took it on as your name. What does it mean to you?
Man, it means everything to me, man. It feels like there's an obligation to it. You know what I'm saying? That name. And then for it just to fall in the stars like that, man, it's got to mean something. So I got to honor that. And I'm going to rep my city. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I did Skyline. And I got these other tracks coming. You know what I'm saying? I made tracks for the city. You know what I'm saying? I didn't forget where I'm from, man. It means a lot to me, man. Like my city, man. You know, you ain't got love in your city, man. You ain't going to really get love nowhere else. You got to start here. You know what I'm saying? Before you go anywhere else. So it means a lot to me.
Do you feel like you're getting, you know, the love and stuff that you should be, or do you think you still got a long way to go?
Man, you know, it's really the audience. Yeah. My audience fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? The listeners fuck with me. As far as like, man, you know, because there's different levels to it. You know, you got the trap rap, and then you got like, you know what I'm saying, the rock rap, then you got like just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a little bit of both, of all. Really, of all of them, you know what I'm saying? Because if my my songs, they're just kind of like all in all the genres. So I don't know, man. Like in here, man, it's so diverse here now, man, because, you know, back then, man, it used to be all about Houston, swing and bang. It ain't about that no more. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Atlanta influence. So, you know, it's kind of got to the point where, like, if you ain't got no Atlanta influence, man, then, you know, you ain't popping, or you ain't got the right kind of the songs or anything. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like it's real important, man, that you create your own lane, because, you know, I just try to be myself. You know, because I don't want to make music just to be like, okay, because I notice a lot, man, with Hispanic rappers too, especially.
They get put in a box.
From the instance, as soon as you see me, before you even hear me rap, and this has happened, man, like, oh, man, I thought you was going to sound like SPM or something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing, man. You know, like an interview, the first thing, man, like they try to beat it out you, man. They want you to be like, man, who's your favorite, man? And like.
They expect you to say SPM or something.
Yeah, you know
what
I'm saying?
You grew up listening to a lot of SPM, didn't you? Yeah. No, I mean, I grew up listening to different things.
Yeah, it's like, man, I grew up to him, but I also grew up to ESG. I also grew up to Screw, and then I also listened to, you know.
The Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers, and you know what I'm saying? Everything. So, you know, man, but in here, though, man, in Houston, man, I really think, man, like, we need to own who we are, man. You know what I'm saying? We're Texas, and we got to own that shit, man. Like, don't forget, man, that where we're from, because I feel like they don't do it. They don't say it.
Yeah. What is that like, you know, automatically being put into a box of what people assume that you sound like?
Man, you know, they think because we out the South, man, and we talk slow that we slow. But you know what I'm saying? I think, man, when they put us in a box, man, I think it's just stupid, man.
It
is.
You
know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like stereotyping. You know what I'm saying? You see a homeless man, you expect he's going to ask for $1. You know what I'm saying? You see a Hispanic rapper, man, you already think what he's going to sound like. You know what I'm saying? So, but they don't. Man, it's a touchy subject to me, because I already know, man, because people, as soon as they hear me, man, that's when their attitude changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's really, man, what like separates me from a lot of people. And I know a couple other people in the city, man, Hispanic rappers that got their own style that's really kicking it, man. And like, shout out to them, because, you know, like break the cycle in this motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There's, you know, I had Doe Man come through the last week, and he's another Hispanic artist that I feel like is really doing something different, and he's not put in the box just like you're not. You know, I think it's good to actually step out of what people assume that you sound like.
Yeah.
It helps so much, because not everybody's gonna sound the same, and if everybody did, it really just hurts, you know, other Hispanic artists.
Yeah.
What is your writing process like? What is that, you know, whenever you're sitting down going to be working on a song?
Man, I like to sit on a beat. I don't know. It depends. Like,
so
last night I heard the beat, man. I came up with a hook just like this. We recorded it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my process is just real quick and spontaneous. As soon as I hear the beat in like first 30 seconds, I'm going to know if I'm going to go.
So you get the beat first?
I get the beat first, yeah.
Can you write without a beat?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know some people who can't. And it's you know, as an artist, it seems a little bit, you know, odd. I mean, I'm not the writer, but
yeah,
I feel like you should at least be able to write without a beat.
Well, I mean, man, if you got and that's the one thing, if you got your style down, you know what I'm saying? Because every artist should have their pattern. And once you know yourself and once you know your style, man, you can just write. You can write to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you do. You know?
So how did you actually link up with Kiki, and how did that song come about of Skyline?
Man, Skyline, I had it like, I found the beat and I wrote it. And like as soon as I did it, my partner's like, oh man, hard. So we recorded it at Studio 713. Well, I recorded it at my studio. Then we took it over there for mastering. So we had it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're like, okay, man, we're going to start shooting the video. And I went to a listening party for my boy Leo Flow. Shout out Leo Flow.
Shout out to Leo Flow and everybody over there at Dirty Music.
Yeah, straight up, man. Big shouts out to them. And I ended up going to his listening party, man. And when I went, you know, there was one of the owners of the studio there. And, you know, I had played a couple songs. And I left the room. And when I came back, man, that song started. And he heard it. And I had told him, man, like, man, I always wondered what, like, Kiki would sound on there, man. Because when I was writing it, I even thought, man, Kiki would go sound badass on here. And that was just the thought. Yeah. That ran through my mind. I never thought, man. So when I said it to him, he's like, who'd you say? All right. And he walks out. Don't say nothing. He just walks out. And he just runs back in and turns it down, man, with Kiki on the phone, man. He's like, man, if it's hot like you say it is, man, send it right now. I'm like,
all right.
You know, so we just sent it, bam, man. And me and him talked on the phone, man. And he made it happen. That's how me and him linked.
whenever you were writing that one, did you know that was going to be the one that kind of boosted your name up?
No. You know, I wrote a million of them thinking that would be the one. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that. I felt like, man, when I heard it play back, you know what I'm saying? When I took it to Bruce Bang, man, and Raphael at iMix, big shouts out to them, man. Those are the engineers that took it over the top. You know what I'm saying? They went in there, they put their hands in their ear to it, man, and made it. And when I heard it, like, from them, when they got a hold of the track out, I was like, oh, Lord. I was like, oh, man, this is an anthem, bro. Like, this is the one. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah. And then Jessica Jeans reached out to me, bang, man, and, yeah. So
a question that I kind of wonder is, do you think that the song would have done as good if Kiki wasn't on the song?
Man, I said, see, that's, I mean, to me, man, like.
Because it's a good song without,
it's dope. Yeah.
Before you even get to his part, it's really good. But do you think it would have?
Yeah, definitely, because, the push, the sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sound's different because it's like Houston, but new era. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're not like, it doesn't sound like anything that's came out before, but it's Houston, but it's different, which is tight. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's my perspective when I heard it, man. Like, I was like, man, this is banging. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a really good song. I think even without Kiki, it would have probably done, the numbers that it's doing now.
Yeah, straight up.
Is that going to be on your new project that you have?
Yes.
Okay. So that's actually part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay. Speaking of Skyline, what are some of your favorite spots here in Houston that you go to? Because I noticed in the video, you're all over the city, and it's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite places to go around here?
Man.
Whenever you going out, what is James Houston doing?
Oh, man, when I go out, man, shoot. I don't go, man, really too many places unless they paying, but you know what I'm saying? Man, I don't know, man. I like, me, man, it's crazy, man, because people, man, they be tripped out, man. I'll go to the park sometimes, man. Like, go over there by the zoo. Like, I just go pull up over there, man, go smoke one and just walk around, man, and I go sit there and I'll write my headphones, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Don't go looking for me over there, man. Y'all don't go looking for me over there, but I'll be there sometimes. I just pull up, you know what I'm saying? Or I just go somewhere, man, to a restaurant, man. You know what I'm saying? I just go sit at the bar, man, and just write. You know what I'm saying? That's my getaway. Be around people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like, man, I write better around people.
But secretly, you're not just like, you do it in your phone, or is it?
Yeah, I do it on my phone.
Okay.
Man, that's turned tragic before. That's really, really, really turned tragic.
Because you've accidentally deleted some shit. Man, I know all about that shit.
Man, but thank God I had majority of it recorded.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Only a couple songs got lost, man. But like, man, when that shit happened, man, I was like,
you ain't got to worry about that with pen and pad. You're not accidentally gonna throw away the paper.
Man, but you know what though? I've lost pads. I've lost a lot of lyrics, man. That shit right there will fuck you up for a little bit. You won't want to write for like 2 days. You be like,
you just sitting thinking about it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like when I used to make beats, man, and like a beat just cut off. Recently, man, I was in the studio. I'm mixing my boy Zato's song. One of his singles that's coming out. Oh, man, we had the perfect mix. We're done. Man, like, we've been fucking with it, man, for like about 4 hours. And like, we're like, this is it. And then right before I could hit like save, man, it just, Pro Tools just cut off.
It felt like,
oh, bro. The air in the room was gone. We was like, and then it just restarted. We're like, bro, that shit fucked up, bro. That just happened too, bro.
I hate that feeling.
Zato watching this right now, like, motherfucker reminding him and shit.
Yeah. So, but did you get it back? You got everything back?
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, okay. Like the vocals were already there, but now we had to sit there and do another 4-hour mix.
But that's the love for it, man. Mm-hmm. That's the love. You're gonna do it regardless. So do you produce your own stuff or?
I actually stepped away from producing. I was producing and engineering. Like, like that's what I say when I started on that old computer, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a process. Nobody ever just came and just told me, hey, this is it. You know what I'm saying? It was all just a learning process, messing with other producers. And I ended up really starting getting into beats. And I just stopped, man, because I wanted to focus more on like the artist, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being like a real solid artist, you know what I'm saying? Because I would make beats, but I noticed the beats that I made weren't for me. They were for other people. I showed someone else, they go hard on it. I'm like, I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm like, you know what?
That wasn't your style.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I'm making beats that ain't for me, man. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I was like, somebody got to take up making beats. No takers. All right, well, I'm done, son. You know what I'm saying? So I just focus just on the rap.
So are you gonna pick up playing the guitar again?
Man, no.
No?
I mean, I got a guitar over there, man. I be playing with it, man, making up songs and shit, man, that sound silly. But outside of that, man, I ain't really just.
So you would never record.
Man, I mean, I've done some things, man, but it's like
doing acoustic
nothing
song
like
for your set.
Nothing like I used to. When I was a kid, I was a lot better with the fingers. It ain't there no more, man, at all.
You gotta do it so you could just cut the lights off, do an acoustic song during your set.
Post Malone.
Yes, you gotta do some post shit. That'll have everybody going like that. I didn't even know he could play the guitar.
Shit, man. I don't know, man. I'm a lot better on the keyboard. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you could do that too. Go up there, do some Stevie Wonder shit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the new album you got coming out.
Mm-hmm.
What is the overall sound of this album?
I try to be as different as possible.
Okay, so each track you're trying to make a little bit different than
I'm
the last one?
I'm trying to set a tone for myself. You know what I'm saying? And let people know who I really am. You
So this is your first full-length album, right?
Yeah, well, this one, man, is going to be about like 9 tracks, 8 tracks.
Okay. So, but this is the first time people are actually gonna.
They're going to get like the full one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're trying to set the bar pretty high for this one.
Yeah, and we already got the we're already like on the next album.
Okay.
Like we're already on
this
the
one's
next
done.
one. Yeah, this one's really borderline done. We're just working out some paperwork and things like that, but outside of that, man, bam.
When can people expect this one?
And we're going to get it to y'all before the summer.
Okay.
That's for sure. Y'all going to get it before the summer. I can't put a date on it because we all sitting over there trying to figure out how we're going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have anything else that you want to be doing to this one, or?
I mean, of course, man. That's the thing, man. Like,
you're never
albums,
satisfied with it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, I got so many tracks that I'd be like, man, maybe I could switch. They'd be like, dude, just, and I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all budget. Everything's budget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you would you add any more music to it, or with these new ones that you're recording?
Man, nah, see, man, because like I linked up. See, this one right here, I did this one. This one's like really done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of producers, man. You know, it's got the Skyline on there, and it's a lot of producers that I got from the internet. You know what I'm saying? But they're big ones, and I got to talk to them on the phone and everything. But like the one behind that, that's the one that where I took the trips, and I got Mr. Lee and Big E and Ill Fated, and you know, we ended up like linking up with some other producers. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to them too, man. You know what I'm saying? They dope as fuck.
Do you have any like hidden surprises in this album, or?
Well, everything comes to light. Everything comes to light. You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking things, man, because you know we campaign, but you know now it's campaign new era. It's campaign new era, man, and people.
That's the record label, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We was Campaign Records, but we're changing it.
So is that your record label?
Yeah, that's mine.
How did that actually come about?
Man, that came about, man, from when I was selling the CDs. When I started selling them CDs by myself, man, I was out there, and when I was pushing them, I ended up coming across somebody, man, young Mr. Loco, and when me and him linked up, man, we started just like doing our own thing, like our music. He started selling CDs too. I helped him create his mixtape, and I was pushing my mixtape, his mixtape, and we was out there, and me and him, we started Campaign. And we started bringing in other artists, you know what I'm saying, younger artists.
What other artists do you got on there?
Man, we got Will Zato. Will Zato's the most ready.
Okay.
Like, Will Zato is like the dude.
So Will Zato's ready to come on here?
Nah, he ready.
Okay.
He ready. Like, his projects, like, he got something. He got something coming, man. But, you know, like, I told him, I was like, man, you know, you young, bro. You know, you 21. He just turned 21.
Damn.
So I'm like, man, and he really just like starting like getting in the studio and stuff. He only been doing it for about like a year and a half, 2 years, like being in the studio, man. And like he got some stuff. Yeah.
Do you like actually owning your record label, or?
I mean,
it's a lot of work.
Man, hell yeah, it's a lot of work, man. But you know, it all comes with the territory, man. You know, it's just business. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? I just think the hardest thing was like really understanding like when you start getting into the politics of everything with the business. You know,
you didn't know the back, like how it was, you know, behind the scenes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like you, in the end of the day, you just want to make music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I always heard it's more like 80% like business and 20% music once you start getting in, and that's really true. You know.
What do you have, you know, planned for 2019 actually?
Yeah,
2019 for Campaign Records.
Man. I want to take it over the top, man. Like I want to put out as many songs as possible. As many I got a goal in my head, but I want to like put out as many songs as possible 2019. Like just as many. I want to collab with as many people in Houston. I want to collab. I'm in some talking to somebody, man, that's in Colorado, man. We're gonna do a song, Lottie, man. He hot out there, man, and we're gonna do a song with him. And yeah, 2019, man, gonna be big.
So the people in Houston, do you want to collab with people who are the same style as you, or do you want to just kind of go off the wall and collab with as many people as you can?
As many people, you know what I'm saying? Like that's with me, you know what I'm saying? Like if you working and you pushing, like you really out there, like you trying to push it, you marketing yourself, you know what I'm saying, on Spotify and everything. You really like touching bases, and not only just you're doing it online, like you're at the events, and I see you like really. Then yeah, I want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just fuck with somebody who just at home on their computer, uploading stuff to SoundCloud.
Yeah,
I don't care how hot you are. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you out there at the events. I want to see you out there making moves. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You putting money in, pulling money out your pocket, man, for the studio time. You going? Who's your engineer? You know what I'm saying? To me, man, the first thing, if you ain't a real artist, man, if you can't answer a couple questions, man, who's your producer? Who's your engineer? Where do you record? You know, like there's certain questions, and if you can't bang, 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 then you ain't really with it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's tough because a lot of investing in yourself is really big.
Yeah.
But now in this age where everybody tries to do it themselves.
Yeah.
That's tough because, you know, you might find somebody who's like, oh, I produce my stuff, but it would sound better if you put a little bit of money into an actual producer.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about it, man. Like, I got my own studio, and I got a good studio. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who's been there know. And, like, I still send my stuff off because, you know, you want that extra ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can sit there all day and have a dope mix, but trust me, you send it to that one other person who's trained, they're going to hear something and change something. You're going to be like, man, what you do? It don't even matter. No, don't even tell me. You know what I'm saying? It's bumping. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, with this studio, how do you like recording at your place, or do you like going to, you know?
I like recording at my spot. I don't know. Some people be different, man. Some people, man, they say don't have a home studio because, you know, it takes away from the whole, like, you know, the experience. And
yeah, because I've heard some people say I like recording at my place, but I do it for like rough drafts, and then I'll take it to somewhere else to go do it.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. What the fuck, man? Rough draft.
Yeah,
Look,
like you'll go in there and kind of like lay out the cadence or lay out and just kind of see what it sounds like.
I do that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's like with the freestyles and stuff. But most times freestyle, we just, you know, we Jay-Z, Lil Wayne it, just punch it in bar for bar and then just fucking EQ it. But me, man, what I do is like I'll sit there, I'll record it, and, you know, I'll edit it. And I'll slide the vocals however I need to, you know what I'm saying, have it arranged. So when I pull up over there on Bruce or Raphael, man, they already be like, it sounds good like this. I'm like, yeah, now touch it.
What can you do to make it better?
Oh, yeah, exactly. And they already know what to do. They just go right in. You know what I'm saying?
That's something that I would love to learn how to do, is be able to actually mix and master and do that stuff, because I think that's very important in any song.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's the final touch.
Yeah, and it's crazy how some people put out music and don't get it mixed and mastered or anything, and that's the SoundCloud era.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what, SoundCloud, some people don't got it like that, man.
Yeah,
but I mean, I was at that point when I was selling the mixtapes back then. I listened to that stuff back then. I'm like, man, that quality wasn't real good, but the music was good. So it's really about the potential that you see in the artist, because if you really support them, you give them enough spins, you know.
Yeah.
Then it'll get them out that situation to be able to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And they get them plays up. The producers and everything start messing with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. So with this new album, you told me.
Yeah.
You got some special features on there.
Yeah.
Are you able to tell everybody what you got?
Two ahead. But y'all gonna just know that we got something big. It's really, 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 really big. There's I do got this one song, man, and we're gonna put that out real soon because as soon as we drop this project, we got another video coming, and I'm already in talks with a Grade A Media man and Skrilla. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna push that one, and that one's big, man. Big shout out to Big E, man. Big E on the beat, man. For that one, man, like it was a big blessing because you know they got Sycamore out.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's got them Grammys coming in.
You know what I'm saying? And Hawk's still alive, man. I'm telling you, man. And, yeah, man. Big shout out to Hawk, too, man. This shit's going to go hard.
I mean, you do have the song with him.
Yeah, I got a song with him.
I mean, you told me. You said it on the last interview.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm like, man. I know because my people were like, why'd you say it? I'm like, fuck, I don't know, man. It's just so excited.
They're going to hear it regardless.
Yeah, I know, man. Look. I got a song with Hawk, man. It's bumping like a motherfucker, man. Damn. Like, the radio cannot deny that one. Y'all cannot deny that one. That is fucking Hawk speaking, and I'm talking about when I hear it. When I hear that whole play, man, I'll still be like, man, I can't believe I got that damn song. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna release that, man.
When?
As soon as we release this first
project. So it's not gonna be like a single that you released before then?
No.
That's gonna be one of them.
Yeah, because we dropping this one real soon, man. We got a date coming up and everything.
So other than the album, what does James Houston have for 2019?
2019, man, shoot. I don't know, man. I just go with the flow.
So you don't plan stuff, ahead of time?
Man, I'm just going, man. Because, God going to bless you with opportunities, and you just got to run with them. You know what I'm saying? That's true. You never know what's going to be around the corner, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to be ready for it, you know what I'm saying? Someone called for a tour, guess what? Guess where I'm at, you know what I'm saying?
You on tour?
Yeah, I'm on tour. Somebody say, hey, man, come up. That's where I'm going. Like today, man, hey, this video shoot, pulling up, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, like for Royal Ashley, actually.
Royal Ashley, Lil Flip, Doughboy.
I didn't know she was making music.
I didn't know that either. I ain't even heard the song yet. I heard a little snippet. I ain't even heard the song, man. I'm about to figure it out.
Is she rapping or is she?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Dang.
But I am very curious to figure this out. That's really, I think my curiosity is really getting me too because I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, I ain't heard this song, man. Me either.
I mean, she's good people. I've never heard her,
man.
I've never heard her music. I didn't know. I guess nobody really knew she was
That's
doing
what I'm
music.
saying. I never heard her music. So I'm like, man, I'm real curious. I saw her do a little snippet, man, but it was only like 8 seconds.
Maybe that's the new thing. Maybe I'm going to have to get in the studio now. Maybe I'm going to have to.
You got the mics for it.
Oh man, I got your studio.
Hey, straight up, pull up.
I'm gonna come up. These mics are good for vocals, but once I start screaming or something on these, nah,
it's over.
Yeah, these are done.
Yeah,
but maybe that's a new wave. You never know. You don't know what 2019 has in store.
Yeah,
fuck it. Where can people find your music at, man?
Man, I'm on everything.
Everywhere.
Just James Houston. I'm the first one to pop up.
You're the only James
I'm
Houston.
the only James Houston, too, man. When I did it, like, you're the only one in the stores. I was like, really?
That's perfect.
That's perfect for me. Works good for me.
You don't have to, like, find you. You know, you don't have to sift through.
I think there was another one. The guy was like I don't know, man. I think he was like a photographer or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a James Houston photographer.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
You James Houston.
Forget that guy.
You're the artist.
Yeah.
So everywhere, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. The single Skyline is really going good. Go check that out on YouTube.
Yeah.
James Houston, Slump Sessions. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, this is brought to you by Fish Scale 84 and Reneka at Builders. Stay slump.
Yeah.
Hit reverse and put the whip in the drive. Lot of shit been on my mind. I'm about to take a long ride. Smoke in my lungs and bloodshot is my eyes as I cruise 59 and slide by that skyline. We're not a state and ain't seen it in a long